Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to apply the chain rule using the quick method, which I'll refer to as function of function, but I'm going to do it on some harder algebraic questions. So I'm going to take care with these. Number one, let's say we've got a curve y equals, and you've got the 3x plus 2, like so, and it's square rooted, and you've got to differentiate that. What you've got to be able to realise for this particular example is that you first of all need to rewrite this. You need to rewrite that as 3x plus 2 in a bracket to a power half, and that's the key to this question. Once you've done it like that, what you can see is you've got a function of x, 3x plus 2 raised to a power function of half, so it's function of a function. We can now apply the quick method of function of a function, dy by dx, power method, half to the front, power goes down by 1. So if you take 1 off a half, you get negative a half. You then multiply by, you go inside the bracket, you differentiate 3x plus 2, you get 3, and you multiply by that 3. We now tidy it up. So 1 times 3 is 3 on the top, you've got a 2 on the bottom, and because this is a negative a half, that quantity there, the 3x plus 2, goes to the bottom line. It's a power a half on the bottom line because of the negative, and that means a square root on the bottom line. And there you go, there's the final answer. Okay, so let's try number 2. Let's say y is equal to, and this time I've got 1 over the square root of 5 minus 2x. Now, a side note on this one, looking at this here, many students fall into the trap of thinking that is a quotient because there's a division sign there, something on the top, something on the bottom, and so they apply the quotient rule to it. Now it's perfectly true to say that if you do it correctly, the quotient rule will give you the correct answer. However, you don't need the quotient rule, because the way to spot it is if there is just a number on the top, you do not need to use quotient rule. If there was x's on the top and x's on the bottom, you would use quotient rule. But there's no need here. What you need to do is rewrite this as y equals 5 minus 2x. Square root on the bottom line is negative half. So you write it as a bracket, a function of x, to a power, similar to what we had up here. We now apply basic function of a function. So function of a function. Minus a half to the front, bracket goes, the power of the bracket goes down by 1. So minus a half, take away 1, would give you minus 3 over 2. So that's dealt with the power function. You then multiply by, you differentiate inside the bracket, you get minus 2, and you multiply by minus 2. Equals, you now simplify. Minus 2 and the minus a half multiply together to give positive 1. So you just get positive 1 on the top. In other words, those two just cancel each other out to give a positive 1. So we're just left with a bottom line, because that's a minus, it goes to the bottom, of 5 minus 2x. Power 3 over 2 means you'd probably cube it first, that's dealt with the 3 on the top, and then over 2, that's a half, which means square root of. So we end up with that. And there's the final answer. So really be careful. No need in this case for the quotient rule whatsoever. How about this one? If I use f of x is equal to 1 over 3x minus 1 squared. Again, looking at this, you might think, oh, it's quotient rule. There's no need to use quotient rule because there's no x's on the top. The technique involves, first of all, rewriting f of x. So you get 3x minus 1 to a power minus 2, which is the same as that. So you can see a function of x to a power minus 2, function of a function. Go straight into f dash of x by the quick method. No need for the formal chain rule formula, although you could do it that way if you want. And what we're going to do now is power to the front, minus 2 to the front. 3x minus 1, power goes down by 1 to minus 3. And then you multiply by, differentiate 3x minus 1, you get 3. and you multiply by 3. So what does this give? Minus 2 times 3 is minus 6. This thing to a negative 3 means you've got 3x minus 1 all cubed on the bottom line. And there's your final answer. Okay, how about number 4 then? One more in this little batch of videos. Let's go back to y equals. Let's say we had 3 on the top over 5x plus 7 to a power 6. Don't let that 3 put you off. Okay, it's very straightforward. You first of all do not use the quotient rule again. There's no x's on the top. What you do is rewrite it to get y equals 3 multiplied by 5x plus 7 rather to the power minus 6. You now go straight into dy by dx equals, so it's basically a function of x, 5x plus 7, raised to a power minus 6. Function of a function. Power function takes priority. Power goes to the front. Now, similar to if you had y equals 3x to the 6. If you were doing that, for normal differentiation, 6 to the front multiplies the 3, so you'd end up with dy by dx to get 18x to a power 5. So the 6 would multiply the 3. Same thing here. Minus 6 to the front multiplies the 3, you get minus 18. 5x plus 7, power goes down by 1 to minus 7. You then multiply it by, go inside the bracket, you get 5 when you differentiate, you multiply by the 5. So the final answer here will be minus 18 times 5, which is negative 90, and then 5x plus 7 to the minus 7 means 5x plus 7 on the bottom line to a power 7. And there you go, there's your final answer for that question. So a selection there of 4 very quick function of a function ones involving some basic algebra.